Okay, so today we're talking Outriders classes and helping you decide which one you should choose. There are 4 distinct classes in the game, and all 4 have unique skills, mechanics, playstyles and skill trees that allow for a completely different gameplay experience. And that's before we even touched upon the massive amount of armour perks and weapon perks that cross class boundaries. There are a few things that I think it's important to know when we are thinking about who to play. Firstly, there is no self-healing in this game such as health potions or health packs. Healing comes from killing enemies. The Technomancer is the only class that has some kind of team healing that they can get from deploying a turret. Otherwise, you're on your own. Anomaly power is basically skill power or magic power, and firepower is weapon damage. Every class has its own inherent crowd control or debuff that it can apply either via its skills or via melee. Okay, so first up is the Trickster. Let's go. The Trickster's inherent crowd control and element is slow or paralysis. Trickster's melee applies paralysis in an AoE. Trickster's health and shield regen comes from killing targets at close range, which provides 12% shields per kill. This is the class for the person who likes to be self-sufficient. The ability to generate shields, slow enemies in a large AoE, and get out of harm's way instantly is a really good gameplay loop. With weapon perks that double down on armor regeneration and the bullet time skill set, it's a really fun class to play. In endgame activity, expect to be in the firing line a lot of the time and have your decision making severely tested. If you like getting up in people's faces with shotguns and playing a high octane close combat style, the Trickster is the class for you. The Devastator's inherent element or crowd control is bleed. Healing is done by being close range and killing enemies, which heals you for 24% of your max health. Also, the class has an inherent bonus armor at 30%. The Devastator has a mix of defensive, buffing and AoE damage skills that inflict bleed. With the intrinsic inbuilt health and armor, alongside the ability to take a lot of damage and perform some powerful crowd control, I do get the feeling a Devastator might be very important come the end game. It feels like the type of class you're going to be seeing a lot of, looking for Devastator, must have Galahorn and be level 1 billion. The Impale skill looks like it could be extremely strong, and endless mass impaling could provide some incredible team synergy. The Devastator is the class you want to play if you want to be the glue of your teams in endgame runs. The inherent element of the Pyromancer is surprise surprise fire or burning. The melee inflicts burn on enemies in an AoE, and healing is done when you mark an enemy with fire and you kill them, healing you for 24%. Pyromancer is your classic mid-range glass cannon type, built around killing enemies that are on fire. The class also comes with a strong immobilization kit through the Ash ability, which is basically a stun mechanic. Unlike the Devastator, who heals off kill but has inherent bonus to armor and health, and has a little bit of self-heal, the Pyromancer has on-kill healing but no self-heal and no increased resistance, so yeah, this is the squishy mage type character. The thing to take note of with the Pyromancer is the Ash ability, which is going to save your backside a lot of the time. Focusing on anomaly power to kill as often as possible with your skills and weapon damage is going to be important. Choose this class basically if you're a member of the Glass Cannon Guild. The melee of the Technomancer is Freeze. Traits are that at long range your weapon damage is increased by 15%, your weapon leech, which is your life leech from your guns, is increased by another 15%, and your skill life leech is increased by 15%. Heals are done by receiving a portion of your damage as a heal to yourself. The Technomancer is a class that primarily deals in ranged play. The Technomancer can freeze enemies in place, with the Technomancer receiving a percentage of damage dealt as a heal, as well as increased life leech from skills and weapons. It should allow the Technomancer to receive a nice consistent heal with relative safety from frozen enemies. Technomancer's damage skills are basically nukes, but in the end game I feel like the class will provide one key thing no other class can, and that is team healing. A turret that can be deployed provides 33% of health to all players on the use of the skill, and that's nothing to sniff at. Throw this in with the ability to freeze everything, and I feel like the Technomancer just might be the support class of the game. Even though the damage skills can dish out some serious damage, you can't help but feel, but at the end, people are going to be very annoyed if you turn up with a Technomancer that isn't healing. Be warned, if you want to support, you probably want to roll Technomancer. And that is my brief summary of classes in Outriders. I didn't want to go too much into detail of skill trees because we're going to save that for the variety of builds and guides we've got coming up for the game. So stick around. If you enjoyed it, hit us a like. Thank you very much. Take care and be safe.